वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सर्वमंगलमांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। ओम तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्रः प्रचोदयात्। अतुलित बलधामं हेमशैलावदेहं दनुजवन कृशानुं ग्रानिना मृगगण्यं सकलगुणनिधानं वानराणामधीशं रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि। श्री राम राम रघुनंदन राम राम श्री राम राम भरताग्रज राम राम श्री राम राम रनकर्कश राम राम श्री राम राम शरणं भव राम राम। श्री रामचंद्र चरणो मनसा स्मरामि श्री रामचंद्र चरणो शिर मनसा स्मरामि श्री रामचंद्र चरणो शीर्षा नमामि श्री रामचंद्र चरणो शरणं प्रबध्ये। गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरा गुरुर साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। श्री रामचंद्र कृपालु भज मन हरण भव भय दारुणं नव कंज लोचन कंज मुख कर कंज पद कंजारुणं श्री राम श्री राम श्री राम श्री राम। कंदर्प अगणित अमित छवि नव नीर नीरज सुंदरं पद पीत मानहु तरित रुचि सुचिनोमि जनक सुतावरं श्री राम श्री राम श्री राम श्री राम। भजु दीन बंधु दिनेश दानव रघुनंदन आनंद कंद कौशल चंद दशरथ नंदनम श्री राम श्री राम श्री राम श्री राम। सिर मुकुट कुंडल तिलक चारु संग्राम जिनकर दूषणं श्री राम श्री राम श्री राम श्री राम। इति वदति तुलसीदास शंकर शेष मुनि मनरंजनं मम हृदय गंज निवास को बोले सियापति रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। संकट मोचन हनुमान अष्टकम। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। बाल समय रवि भक्ष लियो तब तीन लोक भयो अंधियारो। ताहि सो त्रास भयो जग को यह
संकट कहु सो जात न तारो।
देवन आनी करी बिनती तब चार दियो रवि कष्ट निवारो। को नहीं जानत है जग में कपि संकट मोचन
नाम तिहारो।
बोलो संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो। बाली की त्रास कपीस बस गिरी जात महाप्रभु पंथ निहारो।
चौकी
महामुनि श्राप दियो तब चाहिए कौन विचार विचारो। कैरिज रूप निभाए महाप्रभु सो तुम दास के शोक निवारो। को नहीं जानत है जग में कपि संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो। संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो। अंगद के संग रन गए सिय खोज कपीश बन उचारो। जीवत न बची
हो हम सो
जो बिना सुधि लाए हिहा पग धारो। फेरी थके तत सिंधु सभे तब लाई सिया सुधि प्राण उबारो। को नहीं जानत है जग में कभी संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो।
संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो।
रावण त्रास दई सिय को सब राक्षसी सो कही शोक निवारो। ताहि समय हनुमान महाप्रभु जाए महारज निचर मारो। चाहत सिया शोक सो आगी सो दे प्रभु मुद्रिका शोक निवारो। को नहीं जानत है जग में कपि संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो। संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो। बाण लाग्यो लक्ष्मण की तब प्राण तजे सुत रावण मारो। लय गृह वेद सुषेण समेत तब गिरि द्रोण सोवीर उबारो। आनी सजीवन हाथ दई तब लक्ष्मण के तुम प्राण उबारो। को नहीं जानत है जग में कपि संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो। संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो। रावण युद्ध अजान कियो तब नाग की दास सब शिर दारो, श्री रघुनाथ समेत सबे दत्त। मोह भयो यह संकट भारो, आनी खगेश तबे हनुमान। जो बंधन काटे सो त्रास निवारो, को नहीं जानत है जग में कपि। संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो,
संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो।
बंधु समेत जब अहि रावण, ले रघुनाथ पताल सिधारो।
देवहि पूजी बहि
विधि सो बलि, देहु सभे मिली मंत्र विचारो। जाए सहाय भयो तबहि, अहि रावण सैन्य समेत। को नहीं जानत है जग में कभी। संकट
मोचन नाम तिहारो, संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो।
काज किए पर देवन के तुम, वीर महाप्रभु दिग विचारो। कौन सो संकट मोर गरीब, जो तुम सो नहीं जान है तारो। बेगी हरो हनुमान महाप्रभु, जो कछु संकट होए हमारो। को नहीं जानत है जग में कपि। संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो, संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो। नाम तिहारो, नाम तिहारो,
नाम तिहारो, नाम तिहारो।
संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो,
संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो।
लाल देह लाली लसे, अरुधर लाल लंगूर। वज्र देह दानो दलन, जय 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 कपिसूर। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, बोले बजरंगबली भगवान की जय। The kids will sing some bhajans now. Afterwards we'll do Sundarkand and Hanumanji Chalisa today.
भूल सदा जयकार पवन सुत महाबली की। बोलो सदा जयकार पवन सुत महाबली की। बोलो सदा जयकार पवन सुत महाबली की। बोलो सदा जयकार पवन सुत महाबली की। केसरी नंदन बलदारी की। केसरी नंदन बलदारी की। मारुति नंदन उपकारी की। मारुति नंदन उपकारी की। आओ करे सेवा अपने कपीस को मन में बसा के, अपने कपीस को मन में बसा के, मिस कर पूजन दर पे आके, मिस कर पूजन दर पे आके, आओ शरण सुबह शाम पवन सुत महाबली की, बोलो सदा जयकार पवन सुत महाबली की। संकट मोचन नाम जो ध्यावे, संकट मोचन नाम जो ध्यावे, संकट उसके पास न आवे, संकट उसके पास न आवे, महिमा गाए दिन रात पवन सुत महाबली की, बोलो सदा जयकार पवन सुत महाबली की, बोलो सदा जयकार पवन सुत महाबली की, पवन सुत महाबली की, पवन सुत महाबली की।
बोलो राम जय जय राम, बोलो राम, बोलो राम जय जय राम, बोलो राम, बोलो राम जय जय राम, बोलो राम। जन्म सफल हुआ रे बंदे, मन में राम बसाए रे, मन में राम बसाए। बोलो राम जय जय राम, बोलो राम, बोलो मंगल मूर्ति राम दुलारे, आन परायब तेरे द्वारे। मंगल मूर्ति राम दुलारे, आन परायब तेरे द्वारे। हे बजरंग बली हनुमान, हे महावीर करो कल्याण, हे महावीर करो कल्याण। तीनों लोक तेरा उजियारा, दुखियों का तूने काज सवारा। तीनों लोक तेरा उजियारा, दुखियों का तूने काज सवारा। हे जगवंदन केसरी नंदन, हे जगवंदन केसरी नंदन। कष्ट हरो हे कृपा निदान, कष्ट हरो हे कृपा निदान। मंगल मूर्ति राम दुलारे, आन परायब तेरे द्वारे। हे बजरंग बली हनुमान, हे महावीर करो कल्याण, हे महावीर करो कल्याण। तेरे द्वारे जो भी आया, खाली नहीं कोई लौटाया। तेरे द्वारे जो भी आया, खाली नहीं कोई लौटाया। दुर्गम काज बना बनहारे, दुर्गम काज बना बनहारे। मंगल में दीजो वरदान, मंगल में दीजो वरदान। मंगल मूर्ति राम दुलारे, आन परायब तेरे द्वारे। हे बजरंग बली हनुमान, हे महावीर करो कल्याण, हे महावीर करो कल्याण, हे महावीर करो कल्याण।
बोले पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम। सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम
जय जय राम
राम सिया राम जय जय राम
राम सिया राम जय जय राम
संत चरण पंकज अति प्रेमा संत चरण पंकज अति प्रेमा मन क्रम वचन भजन दृढ़ नेमा राम सिया राम जय जय राम राम सिया राम
जय जय राम
ओ गुरु पितु मातु बंधु पति देवा गुरु पितु मातु बंधु पति देवा सब भोही कह जा हृद सेवा राम सिया राम जय जय राम राम
सिया राम जय जय राम
ओ मम गुण गावत पुलक शरीरा मम गुण गावत पुलक शरीरा गड़ गड़ गिरा नयन बहनीरा राम सिया राम जय जय राम राम सिया
राम जय जय राम
ओ काम आदि मद दंभ न जाके काम आदि मद दंभ न जाके तात निरंतर बस मैं ताके राम सिया राम जय जय राम राम सिया राम जय जय राम सिया राम जय जय राम सिया राम जय जय Once the Lord declared in the Ramcharitmanas who he is dear to. Who he is dear to. Not who he likes and who he dislikes, but who is he dear to. Sant charan pankaj ati prema man krama vachan bhajan hrida drida nema. He was speaking to his brother. Ram Bhagwan was speaking to Lakshmana, and he said, I am ever dear, brother, at the command of the devotee who is enamored of the lotus feet of holy men and women and observe the strict rule of prayer and praise in thought, word, and deed. So he's always available, and he's readily available for those who serve the saints, the good people. And then he says, to those who recognize none but me as his guru, father, mother, brother, spouse, God, and all. So the question is asked, what is your relationship with the Lord? What is your relationship with the Lord? Are we the slave and he's the master? Tu dayalu deen mein, tu dani mein bhikhari, मैं प्रसिद्ध पाप की तू पाप पुण्यहारी. I have to tell you, there are certain songs that were made are very, I want to use depressing, but they sort of put you down as a devotee. We're telling the Lord, Lord, you are the great giver, I'm the beggar. You are the great master, I'm the servant. That kind of thing put a devotee in a very uncomfortable spot. The Lord is saying here, there are many ways in which you can have a relationship with me. One of the ways you can have a relationship with me, I can be your guru. The Lord can be your guru. The Lord can be your father. Guru, Pitu, Matu, Bandhu, Pati, Deva. This is the word of the Ramayana. The Lord can be a guru. The Lord can be a father. Lord can be a mother. Bhagwan can be a brother. Bhagwan can be your spouse. Bhagwan can be Bhagwan. Bhagwan can be your friend. Who was the friend of Shri Krishna? न सर पे है पगड़ी, न तन पे है जामा, बता दो कन्हैया को नाम है सुदामा। बता दो कन्हैया तो नाम है सुदामा। अरे द्वारपालो कन्हैया से कह दो कि दर पे सुदामा गरीब आ गया है। The friend of Lord Krishna, many friends he have, many friends, but I think one that is known to many people is Sudama, Krishna Bhagwan. Sudama was a poor man, beggar who showed up at the doors of Sri Krishna. But he did not show up to beg, because a devotee is not a beggar. A devotee is everything else but not a beggar. A friend is not a beggar. You know, they say when you go as a beggar, you come back with a beggar's share. If you go and knock somebody's door and say, I'm here to beg, they'll give you a beggar's share. But if you go as a devotee, you come back with a devotee's share. You can own the Lord as a friend. The Lord says, if you look at me as your friend, as your brother. Who is the brother of Bhagwan? Who is the brother of Bhagwan? Lakshmana. Lakshmana, of course, the brother of Bhagwan Ram, who lived like a brother. He sacrificed his life. He gave up all. He left his wife. He left his opportunities. And he lived a brotherly life. Bharat was a brother to the Lord. He lived a brotherly life. Bharat, of course, sacrificed everything. When Bharat was given the kingdom in the absence of Ram Bhagwan, Bharat says, no. If I do that, the world, what example am I showing to the world? That I've coveted my brother's opportunity and his rights? No. I will take the slippers of my brother and put it on the Singhasan, let him rule. And I will make a forest and live there. He made Nandigram and he lived there for 14 years. He never coveted the wealth of his brother. We can be a brother to our Bhagwan. We can be a brother to our Bhagwan. The next that we can be is a father. The father of the Lord, the father of Bhagwan Ram is Dashratha. Dashratha was a father, and Dashratha was a very blessed father. When Bhagwan Ram was born, Sunisi Surudhan Param Priyabani, San Brahmchali Ai Sabarani, Harshit Jahata Hadai Dasi Anand Magana Sakala Puravasi. In one of the lines it says, Jakar naam sunat sab hoi, more graha ava prabhu soi. What is the role of a father? What is the role of a father in a child's life? The role of a father or a parent in a child's life, but it says father here. The role of a father in a child's life is to do the things that your child would want to say, I'm going to do that because my father has done that. I'm going to do that because my father has done that, right? So, child is going to go to temple, child is going to sing bhajans, child is going to be a dedicated worker because father is a dedicated worker. No, we had a seminar on Saturday at the temple here on mental health, and one of the things we talked about was that what are some of the things that are disturbing in our communities? And it is in the West Indian community, it is the father and child relationship, because we have a very different approach towards, parenthood. We think we're the boss. We think that we can just pass orders around, and we think we can do anything we want to without impacting our children. But a father's role is to do the things that their children would say, yeah, my daddy did that, so it's okay for me to do it. Be a father let the Lord be a father. And you'll be, if you go in Vrindavan, what will happen? You will see Krishna Bhagwan, the most popular form of the Lord there is Laddu Gopal. Laddu Gopal is the baby Krishna, where he's not sleeping, he's just on his knees and one hand is begging for Laddu like this, right? In a baby. And you have to see how the people care for him, Laddu Gopal, baby Krishna. Every day they have a little outfit for him. Every day they have a nice hat for him. Because that is where Krishna Bhagwan grew up. That is where the Lord grew up, right? And that's all they see in him as a child. And so they'll purchase the Laddu Gopal and worship him in so many forms. And in all the stalls you go to, in all the stores you go to, they're selling the same thing. I wonder how these people survive. These salespeople, they're selling the same thing, right? Laddu Gopal. But the mothers of Vrindavan and the fathers of Vrindavan, they care for baby Krishna as the Lord is their son. Bhagavan says, Guru Pitumatu Bandhu Pati Deva. Those who look at me as their son, those who look at me as their father, those who look at me or worship me as the Guru, those who worship me as their spouse, those who worship me as the Lord, and those who worship me, of course, with man krama vachan bhajan dridnema, who worship me with their thought, with their speech and their actions, as these things, I will always be there for them. I will always be there for them, right? This is a beautiful relationship we are creating with our Lord. Now the question is asked, how do you know when the Lord answers your prayers? You ever wonder that? You're sitting here praying all the time. How do you know when not to answer your prayers? When do you know when you're connected to Bhagwan? When do you know when you're connected? You're sitting there doing something. How is it that you know you're connected? Mama gun gavat pulak sharira gad gad gira nayan bahnira काम आदि मद दम्ब न जाके तात निरंतर बस में ताके श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Bhagwan says, Mama Gun Gavat. Mama, you have to learn a little Hindi avadi here. Mama means my. Gun Gavat. Gun Gavat means to sing, and Guna means my prayers. Whoever sings my prayers, Mama Guna Gavat, Pulak Sharira. Pulak means the hair on your body, Sharira, body. When they sing my praises, whether they're talking a praise or singing a bhajan or a kirtan, whenever they sing my praise and a hair stand up on their body, and Gad Gad Gira Nayan Bahunira. You know, the old people will say, they were crying and the tears were running Gad Gad. The tears were running Gad Gad. It means the tears were running, it was flowing a lot, no? Gad Gad. The water run Gad Gad. Right? The rainfall Gad Gad. It means a lot. Gad Gad. Gad Gad Nayan, Gad Gad Nira Nayan Bahunira. How do you know you're connected to the Lord? When you're singing the Bhagwan's praises and the hair stand up on your body, and gad gad gira nayan bahunira, and tears start to flow from your eyes. Know that you have a moment of connection there with your Lord. This is a Ramayana. I'm not making this stuff up. Know that you have a connection there with the Lord. I think we have seen this so many times, in this temple obviously, and many other places. You go, and people are just seated there, and something is happening. Either a bhajan or a prayer or the alankar of the Lord as we have here, or something is happening, and then suddenly you see people tears start to roll, gut sometimes from their eyes, and they get goosebumps on the body, right? The hair stand up on the body. It's a moment of connection you're having with your Lord. It takes, little sometimes to connect to our divine. But when we make that connection, there are signs of that connection. There are signs of that connection. Kam adi mamadam barna jaake तात निरंतर बस में ताके. My devotees, who will I always be there for? In whom, that person in whom is found no lust. Kama adi means etc. Kam means lust. In whose lives will I always be? In whom lust is not found, or pride, or hypocrisy. These are vices in our life that we must suppress. They're present in every single person. We have to make sure that we have created so much of love and devotion in life so that these vices do not pop up. In the life of who have no lust and hypocrisy and hatred, O Lakshmana, I am very fond of those devotees, and I will always be there for them. And he concludes by saying that Vachan karma mori gati bhajan karhi nishkam tinke he hriday kamal mahu karo sada vishram. Mahukaru sada vishram. In the lotus hearts of those who in thought, word and deed make me their place of refuge and worship me in a disinterested way, I shall take up my abode eternally in their hearts. When we have happiness, we must submit ourselves to God in His abode. When we have sadness, we must dwell still in the abode of the Lord. Those who in thought, word and deed, not just action alone, but our mind must be here. As we speak, we should all be connected, mind, body, the whole works. When we have true connection to the Lord, then the Lord will always, of course, take up His abode in your hearts. Let us summarize this evening what we have learned. Bhagwan Sri Ram tells Lakshman, in whose hearts I shall reside, and who I am very dear to. I am very dear to those who worship me in many ways, who adore me as a guru, who considers me a father, who worship me as a mother, as a brother, as a husband, or as their God. How do we know when we're connected? When our eyes are filled with tears and the bhajan has been sung and the hair on our body stand up. And many other ways, but he says basically this is when you know you've made a connection. And finally, those who take up their refuge, of course, who give themselves up to the Lord and let His abode be a refuge, He will always be there for you. This evening as we close, we sing our Hanumanji Chalisa, and it is dedicated to Auntie Sheila Ragwen of Niagara Falls. Yesterday I spoke to Auntie Sheila. She's such a warm person and a very, very kind human being. I pray today, Auntie Sheila, that Bhagwan's blessings, Hanumanji's blessings be unto you always, to give you strength, And we send healing energies from the feet of Hanumanji to you this evening, and of course to Uncle Michael and your entire family. May Bhagwan give you the strength to overcome any challenges and the sicknesses in life as well. We know that these things are inevitable, but we want to pray together when they happen so that we may be strong enough to embrace any type of challenges that may come in life. Bhagwan's blessings to you always, and I pray that Hanumanji give you strength always, now and in the future. Shri Guru Charan Saroj Raj Nij Man Mukur Sudhar Barno Raghubar Pimal Jasu Jodayak Phalchari Buddhihin Tanu Janike Sumiro Pavan Kumar Bal Buddhi Vidya Deho Mohi Har Hukalesh Vikar Hanuman Gyan Gun Sagar Jai Kapis Tinu Lok Ujagar Ram Dut Atulit Baldhama Anjani Putra Pavan Sutnama Mahavir Bekram Bajrangi Kumat Nivar Sumati Ke Sangi Kanchan Varan Viraj Suvesha Kanan Kundal Kunchit Kesha Hath Bhadra Aur Dhwaja Viraje Kaane Mooj Janeu Saje Shankar Suvan Kesari Nandanu Tej Pratap Maha Jagvandan Vidyavan Guni Ati Chatur Ram Kaj Karive Ko Atur Prabhu Charit Sunive Ko Rasiya Ram Lakhan Sita Man Basiya Sukshma Roop Dhari Siyahi Dikhava Vikat Roop Dhari Lamk Jharava Bhim Roop Dhari Asur Samhare Ramchandra Ke Kaaj Savare Lai Sajeevan Lakhan Jiaaye Shri Raghuveer Harash Urlaaye Raghupati ki nahi bahut baraye Tum mama priya bharat sambhai Sahas badan tumharo yash gaave As kai Shripati ghant लगावे सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित ऐसा यम कुबेर दिगपाल जाते कवि कोविद कही सके कहाते तुम पुकार सुग्रीव ही कीना राम मिलाए राज पर दीना तुम्हारो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना युग सहस्र योजन पर भानु लील्योताहि मधुर पर जानु प्रभु मुद्रिका मेरे मुख माही जल दिलांगी गए अचरज नाही दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगमानुग्रह तुम्हारे देते राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होठ न आज्ञा बिन पैसारे सब सुख लहे तुम्हारी शरणा तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना आपन तेज समारो आपे तीनों लोक हाथ कापे भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे महावीर जब नाम सुनावे नासे रोग हरे सब वीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे मन क्रम वचन ज्ञान जो लावे सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे शाश्वत जीवन फल पावे चारों युग प्रताप तुम्हारा है बरसिद्धि जगत उजियारा साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे अष्ट सिद्धि नव निधि के दाता असवर दीन जाने माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा तुम्हारे भजन राम को भावे जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे अंत काल रघुवरपुर जाई जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई और देवता चित्त न धरणी हनुमत से ही सर्व सुख करणी संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई जो शत बार पाठ कर कोई छूटहि बंधि महा सुख होई जो यह पर हनुमान चालीसा होई सीधी साखी गौरी सा तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा की जयनाथ हृदय महादेवा की जयनाथ हृदय महदेरा पवन तनय संकट हरण मंगल मूर्ति रूप राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय में बसूं सुरभूप सिया भज रामचंद्र की जय शरणम प्रभु बोले पवन सुत हनुमान की जय. One reminder, Sunday coming, March 5th at 3 p.m. we're having our holy program with the children of the temple down in the auditorium. So it's a free event. Everyone is invited to come and to be with us, to cheer, to clap for the kids, and to just celebrate Holi in a program format. And of course, we'll be here on Holy evening, and Monday evening we're burning Holika, and then Tuesday is Phagwa. So we hope to see all of you. So that's the program coming up, and then we have, after that, we have Navratri starting on the 22nd of March. So we're hoping all of you can join us for these programs as well. Thank you all so much, and God bless. We'll do Aarti now in the temple. Yani kani chapapani janmantarkritani cha tani sarvani nashyantu pradakshinam pade pade.
आरती कीजिए हनुमान लला की, दुष्ट दमन रघुनाथ कला की। आरती कीजिए हनुमान लला की, दुष्ट दमन रघुनाथ कला की। आरती कीजिए हनुमान लला की, दुष्ट दमन रघुनाथ कला की। आरती कीजिए हनुमान लला की, दुष्ट दमन रघुनाथ कला की। जाके बल से गिरिवर काबे, रोग दोष जाके निकट न जाके। अंजनी पुत्र महाबलदाई, संतन के प्रभु सदा सहाय। आरती कीजिए हनुमान लला की, दुष्ट दमन रघुनाथ कला की। आरती कीजिए हनुमान लला की, दुष्ट दमन रघुनाथ कला की। देवी रघुनाथ बताए, लंका जाए सिया सुधराई। लंका सुकोप समुद्र सिखाए, जात पवन सुत बारन लाई। आरती कीजिए हनुमान लला की, दुष्ट दमन रघुनाथ कला की। आरती कीजिए हनुमान लला की, दुष्ट दमन रघुनाथ कला की। लंका जारे असुर संहारे, सिया राम जी के काज सवारे। लक्ष्मण मूर्छित पड़े सकारे, आने संजीवन प्राण उबारे। आरती कीजिए हनुमान लला की, दुष्ट दमन रघुनाथ कला की।
दुष्ट दमन रघुनाथ कला। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव, त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव। त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव, त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव। सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरा, गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। असतो मा सद्गमय, तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय, मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय। ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम। बोले गणपति भगवान की, पवन सुत हनुमान की, सिया भज रामचंद्र की जय। वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। जगदम्बिका माता की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बजरंग बली भगवान की जय, सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय। सबको ये जय जय सीताराम। जय सीताराम एवरीवन। शुभ रात्रि। हैव अ ब्लेस्ड नाइट।